This could also be the first 4 just to get a look at the first 4.
I'm not going to be the one to complain to Steve to change his ways. You can do that.
He knows what he's
Abdominals
doing.
and thighs.
But this is not the first call out for the winner. I can assure you of that. Eduardo's conditioning is sick.
It really is.
Your
Yeah,
favorite,
he needs
most
a little bit
muscular?
down inside. He's only 205 pounds. He's typically at the 212 mark. He might have over-dieted for this competition because he did win in June at the Europa Pro Championships after
Thank you,
taking a
gentlemen.
full
Back in
year
line,
off.
please.
Was he at Europa Dallas?
Yeah, it was the Europa Dallas. Take the year off, came back, and came in sliced, and I think he might have ran out of conditioning
John,
to the
Sammy,
show.
Ahmad, Sean, Kamal, and Derek.
You remember from experience and expertise, when you talk about some of these competitors in other divisions doing 4, 5, 6 shows in a year, you just can't do that with these major bodybuilders.
Yeah, and you know, the only successful one was Dexter Jackson. You know, he could do show after show after show, and he was richly rewarded for it. But eventually it catches up to you as well.
Derek and John switch.
So now I believe we're looking at 10 the top 6.
Yeah.
And Steve is positioning them because we're going to have the final crown right after this. Look at Sean. He's just looking ridiculous. His color's good too. And he's confident. Kamal smiling. Derek.
You know, it is hard when you get a little darker. You wash out some of the cuts, and I think Sean is still
Front
showing
double
them.
bicep.
Yeah, he's got that shiny oil on.
Look at that.
It's working for him.
Yeah.
And you can see Sammy on the far right. He looks dry, like he almost doesn't have any oil.
Yeah.
That's working against him right now.
Look at Kamal.
Yeah, he's very
Relax.
confident as well.
Well, and then here's the comparison we wanted to see
Front
between
lat spread.
Derek's size, the change in conditioning from this morning, and the Kamal conditioning of all day.
Yeah, Derek has him in the legs because of the sweeps on Derek's quadriceps, so it's undeniable. But again, I think on the
Side
upper
chest.
portion, he's a little bit flat and a little bit soft. And that's where Kamal is like, he's sneaking up on him. When you hit these shots, you see certain things on Kamal that you don't see on Derek. Derek looks big. You see how big his
He
arms
looks
are?
big.
Yeah.
And his lat spread when he did that previous pose just engulfed everybody around him. In a good pose down, he can stand behind
Back
him and have
double
lats sticking
bicep.
out either side.
Yeah, he's wide.
This will be interesting.
You see Sammy almost looks like he has no oil on. He's a little flattened out. He's struggling in this one. Sean Claritas stands out amongst that. I believe Sean Claritas got Ahmad Ashkanani. And Ahmad Ashkanani was the winner in New York. Actually, Sean's won in New York as well. But Sean's winning here
Okay.
over Ashkanani.
This is a tough one. Kamal's conditioning
Back
is
lat
just
spread.
that good.
Yeah, it's keeping him in this fight. I would like to see some more oil on Kamal too. Derek has beautiful skin color, very tan, very wide. I want to see Steve move these guys around. I want to see
Side
Sean on
tricep.
the other side of Derek.
That's a great pose for Derek. Ooh.
And see, look at Kamal's
Look at Kamal's-
intercostals.
yeah.
The serratus, that's where he comes in strong.
Abdominals
His
and
intercostals
thighs.
are there. Derek's starting to break water. You see the
Yeah.
shine around the traps, and the water's starting to come out.
The
And he's holding a slight film of water underneath.
That serratus and the intercostals.
Relax.
Those always the muscles that are built into the Superman suits
Yeah.
and the Batman
John
suits.
and
They're
Ahmad,
just it's a
switch,
gorgeous
please.
muscle.
Okay, here we're moving some people around.
Derek and Sean switch, please.
There you go. Oh,
Derek needs to rub the oil into
Gentlemen,
his
everyone
skin
take a step.
so
Spread
that the
out.
sweat doesn't override the definition he'll wash out.
Front double bicep.
sometimes those expediters are Johnny on the spot with a towel to keep guys padded
Yeah.
off just right.
Right. If they get too many calls, it starts to look like you're just dripping wet, right? Kamal is dry. He's not sweating at all. Derek's got the front double bicep.
Oh,
Front lat spread.
I think we just saw it right there, Sean.
I still like Derek's front lat spread, too. In this comparison.
Yeah.
Kamal's there, but he didn't have the thigh sweep, so that hurts him in this pose. But the water's starting to come out of Derek.
Side tricep.
And this is Kamal's shot. Hit the serratus.
Back double bicep.
Man, Derek's got a beautiful body. I keep going back and forth between those. I love Sean, but I don't think that he's in this fight right now. I think I'm still looking at Kamal and Derek.
Shoulder to shoulder, Derek has got some serious width and some serious beauty to the shape of the physique. You see, that's a nice comparison.
He looks better tonight than he did at that expo. He was trailing behind Kamal. He may be leading here. I don't want to mislead anyone, but you see the water starting to come out on the back as well on Derek. If he poses too much longer, he's going to be a watery mess. So hopefully he can get out of this on this last couple of poses.
Now, real quick, you see the lat spread, but talk to us about the ham and quad sweep and the difference between Kamal and Derek.
Well, Derek's on lower body
Side
has Kamal.
tricep.
Derek's got those glutes, he's got the quads, he's got the shape. I'd rather have Derek's legs over Kamal's.
And then we haven't talked about Sean for a couple of minutes. Is he lost?
I think Sean is just getting lost in the size thing here. I love Sean, but I think he looks probably better by himself. I have him solidly in third.
So abs and thighs.
Abs and thighs is Kamal.
Is Kamal.
Kamal has abdominals and thighs. Derek is fighting for this one, and that most muscular is a tie between those two. It's apples and oranges, you know, it's like, I think Derek's bigger and Kamal's more detailed when it comes to that most muscular pose. And Derek is starting to sweat. He's starting to shine. You see the sweat on top of the traps and over the pecs? You got to rub that in or it becomes a mess.
Switch.
Oh.
Okay. See what they do with Derek. I like to see Kamal and
Derek and Kamal switch.
There you go.
That's the one I was looking for. And this is where I think Kamal may be making up some ground on Derek.
Front double bicep.
And again, with 6 instead of 5, it makes it a little harder to see who's in the center square.
It's hard to predict what the judges are actually doing here, but you can see again, Derek is starting to beat up with the sweat over the traps coming down the.
Gentlemen,
he has to rub that sweat into his body. Kamal is still dry as the desert. That means he's done his homework in terms of conditioning. And John Jewett.
Thank you, gentlemen. Back in line.
John Jewett
Bob.
should be very accomplished for being in that call out as well.
All right, we have our
well, he was not there last year.
12 gentlemen on stage. Truly an international affair. 14 countries represented in our 212
the awards.
The NPC Worldwide and IFBB Pro League in full effect. Gentlemen, what we need right now
is a pose down, I think.
Is a pose down for the title.
Yes, we do.
Hit the music, gentlemen.
Yeah, baby, this is what they work for.
Now, with no champion to lead the way or hold back, it's going to be a free-for-all.
Not only that, Tim, but it's going to be the biggest purse in the history of the 212 at $50,000, and that is music to these guys' ears because even James Flex Lewis never earned that kind of money with all of his 7 victories.
Biggest overall purse in Olympia history, around $1.4 million.
Yeah, it's amazing how far we've come and how much we've grown in terms of the inclusivity of our sport with the inclusion of classic physique, bikini, fitness, women's physique, and all the other components we have at the Expo. And now we bring in the celebrity factor with Mark Wahlberg, Mario Lopez, Tito Ortiz, GSP. I saw Busta Rhymes out in the audience a minute ago.
Did you really?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how many people use weightlifting as a tool to supplement their other careers. And they're in awe of these bodybuilders.
It's really hard not to be, as a fan, as a lifter, as just a casual gym goer. When you're in the room with one of these guys, you look over and you say, I got to lift a little harder. I got to work a little. I should cut my diet. It's not hard to be inspired and take it up a level when these guys are out there.
Well, I got to tell you, without the help of Muscle Farm and iHerb bringing this broadcast worldwide to people in the farthest corners away from Las Vegas, it couldn't be a sport of inclusivity. So having those sponsors like Trifecta and Wings of Shrimp help bring this weekend together. And of course, the leadership of Dan Solomon and the production of Tamer El Gundy, this entire weekend is like no other weekend we've had or that I've experienced so far, being part of the team, working with you, Linda Murray. I mean, it's amazing what's happening right now, and it's going to continue tomorrow.
Robin Chang and his team have grown this to something I've never seen. I've thankfully been around the Olympia since '98. This is an incredible weekend.
Here we go. This is it, folks. Time to let the judges know who you want to win. The 212 title is up for grabs here tonight, Friday night on Olympia weekend. One last time, folks. Who do you like?
Well, these athletes have been waiting an awful long time for this moment. And the reality of all of that hard work, as you can see Derek praying to himself, well, not to himself, but to a higher power, that it is he that is the last man standing.
This is the dream.
I hold in my hands the results of the 2019 212 Olympia.
You start training, you start competing, and this is the dream. And this is going to be someone's dream come true tonight.
Presenting the 5th place award, representing Redcon 1, I'd like to welcome Eddie Silva to the stage. Once again, folks, a record amount of money being put out to our 212 champs here tonight, nearly $100,000 on the line, and the title of 212 Olympia champ. Eddie, let's take that 5th place award and check for $4,000 to our 5th place finisher, Ahmad Ashkanani.
All right.
Yeah, that was fair. Because remember, in New York, a lot of people thought Eduardo was going to beat Ahmad Ashkanani, and it was Ahmad that actually won that competition. He's got nothing to be ashamed of. I told you, it's hard from May till September.
Yeah.
Very hard.
That is a long time to stay prepped.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Nick Jones in High Tech presenting the 4th place award. And Nick Jones will take the 4th place award, the check for $6,000, and present it to John Jewett.
John Jewett, I told you.
All right.
Yeah, he looked good. The midsection wasn't there. He wasn't ready for prime time. But can you imagine placing in this place and you're not prepared? What happens next year?
Yeah.
He's headed in the right direction. We got to get that midsection right. And I think he needs to work a little bit on his tan. The color's a little bit blotchy. That can work against you as well, especially when you got professionals like Derek Lunsford up there.
Well, his 2019 has been off to a great start, and now it's off to a great finish.
Randy Lloyd from Performix will present the 3rd place award. And Randy will take the 3rd place award, the check for $10,000, the Olympia bronze medal, to our 3rd place finisher, the giant killer, Sean Clarita.
All right, it's going to be close.
We saw that happening as we started to focus more and more on Derek and Kamal in those final comparisons. Sean had the solid spot on 3rd, and he's satisfied with that, I'm sure. He doesn't like to lose, but he knows what he's up against. Those guys are some very good bodybuilders, and that's the best he's ever looked.
And how do you think the changes for Derek pulling that water between morning and night, lightening up a little bit? How do you think that pulled him from 3rd to 2nd or 1st or wherever he's going to end up?
Well, now there's only 2 left, right? So Derek is right where he needs to be, and it's going to come down to this.
Alina Popa and Wings of Strength will present the 2nd place award.
Remember, Kamal's representing.
Please take the 2nd
Olympia.
place award.
They have nobody but
The check for $20,000, the Olympia silver medal, to our runner-up this evening, Derek Lunsford.
All right.
There it is.
There it is, Kamal El-Garni. Derek Lunsford, 2nd place.
I'm telling you, it came down to muscular maturity. Kamal had that maturity at 47 years young, held off the 26-year-old. Derek's going to see a whole lot of days like this And he's going to do nothing else but improve. I mean, look at the shape.
Look at the shape. I love how that medal settles into that vacuum.
Yeah, you cannot complain about this kid's efforts. Second place for the second year in a row, and a lot of great bodybuilders have been in this position before.
Hey, come
Flex
on.
Wheeler, Kevin Levrone. Second place ain't a bad place to be. Look at Kamal.
But I talked about this earlier with Linda at the press conference. The gratitude of these bodybuilders to be here, these fitness, these figure, these physique athletes.
Man. Go back there.
He was so grateful to be representing Libya, to representing the people, and representing international bodybuilding.
Yeah, I mean, you can see he can barely stand up. He's pulling the Ronnie Coleman before he gets the award, crashing and burning on
Connolly,
stage.
CEO of Trifecta, and our Pro League president, Mr. Jim Mannion, will present the first place award. And they will take the first place award, the Olympia gold medal, the check for $50,000, and the title of 212 Olympia champion to our winner and new 212 champion, Kamal El-Gardi.
Congratulations.
They got to be partying in Libya. But not only that, the guys that know him, because he's living in England. He's got like 2 countries celebrating him, and now he's got a third right here in the United States in Las Vegas. Kamal El-Gardi doing exactly what he said he wanted to do, which was complete the cycle. He won an Arnold Classic in over in Ohio. He's now won here tonight. There's nowhere else for him to go except to come back and defend it against the 27-year-old Eric Lunsford
Who
next
you
year.
know is going back to the drawing board between now and next year, and he's coming swinging.
Yeah, Kamal did a great job. Look, at 47 years old, for me, I'm done, because that was a very close, hotly contested contest against a youngster. He narrowly got this victory, and I'm sure he's going to be very, very thankful for the outcome.
That is phenomenal.
Your favorite pose, please.
Shows the diversity in our sport. 26 and 47. I mean, these guys are phenomenal.
Congratulations to the top 5, the 2019 Joe Weider's 212 Olympia winners.
And most muscular.
We saw Shanique Grant in physique, Sydney Gillen in figure.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Let's
We
have our
saw
top
Whitney
3 stay right
Jones
there,
in
please.
fitness, and now this.
And tomorrow, who knows?
Breon Ansley's
Gentlemen, your favorite pose,
defending
please.
his title, George Brown.
That's right.
We've got this going on tomorrow night, and then bikini, Angelica Teixeira, Janet Leod, and a lot of great up-and-comers tomorrow night trying to get that bikini title.
And that title's very slippery at best. Ashley Kaltwasser has 3 of them. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Tomorrow night,
All right,
it's going to be more
gentlemen, thank you
interesting
very
than
much.
tonight.
Bikini, very international as well. That's
stay
going to
right
be
there.
really interesting to see all the countries represented.
Well, Tim, it's going to get kicked off at 10 o'clock tomorrow at the Expo at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And, of course, we're going to be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at digitalmuscle.com. And also, I believe Linda Murray is going to come back and join you as well.
She did a phenomenal job. The champ knew the sport, knew the call-outs.
Well, this guy, being from Libya, speaks English very well, being that he's living there.
All
Let's hear
right,
from
I'm
him.
here with the champ. Got to turn that thing around. There we go. Kamal, you did it. It's been a long road. You've got a very interesting story. Most people know it. But it took you a while to actually get to this position. You're not a young man in this sport. 48, Kamal?
48 this November, yes.
48 years old, and Kamal brings his all-time best. The wide-open 212 title, which the great Flex Lewis gave up this last year. You have now taken, my friend. You are the 212 Olympia champion.
Well, this is an honor for me. I couldn't swallow what's happened to me last year, still dream. And this happened to me this year, taking the title back from my great supporter, Flex Lewis, is always, I mean, believe me, guys, Flex knows the story. When he was back in England in his first show, I was a guest boss in that show, and Flex was first show. So I knew Flex since that day. We believed in him, and he's been a great ambassador for the bodybuilding, especially the 212. He made the 212 class up to here, and I hope we do something a little bit like what he did. So, like I said, on the end of my career, it's a great to finish my career with winning the Olympia title. And this is, believe me, it's not me winning it. There's a, like what I say, it's a big story behind it. There's a big man is behind it, believed to me, like, to get me my pro card. Here we go, thanks to Mr. Jim Mannion, which is, he knew about my story, whatever's happened, so he believed in me. He handed my pro card, and I never let him down. So I did my first Arnold Classic last year. I won the Arnold Classic, come third last year at the Olympia. Here, I won the Olympia. So that shows you guys, sometimes we hear rumors, oh, new guy's not gonna place high, oh, not this, that, or whatever. So if you bring the best, and the judges, they can see the best, what you bought, you're gonna have your result. Doesn't matter what, doesn't matter who, doesn't matter your color, your nationality, your religion. We're here at the bodybuilding, so we don't go by who you are. We judge you by the shape. The best shape is winning, and thank God tonight it was me. Maybe tomorrow it's not me, somebody else from these great guys, it could take my place. So if you bring it on 100% that day, which is today, the judges, they know what they're doing, and I'm 100%. Thank you, judges, for whatever what you did. And I know you're doing a lot of work around and everywhere to make the IFBB Pro League, which is get bigger and bigger and bigger, which is, that's what we want to see. Even if I retire from me, like, which is sooner, I will be 100% supporting the IFBB Pro League back home in Africa, North Africa, Libya, after everything settles down, all its problems. So believe me, we will hold up a big shows with a big prize money for the IFBB Pro League. At least we give something back to Mr. Jim Mannion.
Well, Kamal, congratulations, my friend. 100% gentleman, 100% champion, and 100% your 212 Olympia champion, Kamal El Garni.
All right, Ahmad.
I'm losing it.
All right, the champ's gonna hit a few poses. Congratulations, our new 212 champion. Folks, tomorrow at the Expo, we have bikini, classic physique, men's physique, and of course, our pro men back on this stage tomorrow. We will crown a brand new Olympia champion. History made right here, folks. We are expecting a sold-out venue tomorrow, folks. If you don't have tickets yet, I highly suggest you get to the box office, get yourself some seats while they last. We will be sold out tomorrow, and once again, history made here on the Olympia stage. For everybody here at the Olympia, I'm Bob Ciccarello. Good night, everybody.